Hello friends and welcome to the May haul. So super excited because I got my very first ever Sadie sticker subscription. So I'm going to go through this one really quick. And then I also got an order from Amazon that I wanted to share with you because it is planner related. So I will get into that as soon as we go through this little subscription right here. So I was looking for other places. I also subscribed to Simple Paper Co. waiting for that one to come in. So I do have a couple of new ones this month. So stay tuned and hopefully I can bring you some new stuff. I also have Infinite Lotus coming, but I'm not sure if I'm going to get it this month or not. But so if any of those sound exciting to you, just stick around. I promise I've got some good stuff coming. So Sadie Stickers does vellum, but they do these smaller. This almost looks like A5 size. Hang on, let me grab my A5 planner and see if that's what size that is. That'd be considerably faster to do it this way than it would be to actually get a ruler. It's a little bit smaller, a tiny bit smaller than A5 size. So this is what size the vellum is, and it's pretty thick. So one of the things that I love to do with vellum inside my planner is to rip it and then attach it to a page and then layer over the top. So it doesn't matter to me that it's not one big giant sheet. And these are beautiful patterns, absolutely gorgeous patterns. I love this in this beautiful blue color, which as I'm looking at the subscription here, yeah. Oh, this is probably gonna, I don't see this blue in there, but it's really, really pretty. So even if I don't use it with this subscription, I can most definitely use it with something else. It has some layering elements, but look how pretty that pattern is. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's get into the actual subscription. So this is the April 25 mystery, which I'm assuming means that it is for May, because most people's subscriptions are for the month. They come out the month before. So I'm going to guessing that's what this is. But let's turn this over. You get this. I don't know if this comes in every single one of your subscriptions because I am brand new to Sadie Stickers. I've seen a couple of unboxings, but I did see a few a while back where this wasn't a part of it. So I'm assuming that this is something new, or I just went so far back that it was a before times thing. But that is really, really pretty. It's got a whole lot of different elements in here that does not give me any specific vibe as to what this kit is about. Because you've got things from butterflies and trees and kites and pigeons to beach balls and fruit and flowers and mail. So this is such a hodgepodge of things. It is fantastic. Like this sheet right here can encompass so many kits, even if it's not specific to this one. This is so cool. I absolutely love this. I think this is so fun. So yeah, definitely going to be using this in a lot of different places, if not this one. So anyway, I really like that. And it's in gold foil. Okay, let's go with the kit. So here we have no particular order because I'm not really sure what the order is, but I think I'm going to do this. So lift this up and then we'll go like this to make sure you can see it. So here's the florals. These are the individual ones. And I really like these. Are these called hydrangeas? I really like those. I'm trying to figure out my spring floral picks this year, and I haven't figured out what I'm going to kill yet because that's me. That's my gardening. That's my superpower. I can kill anything. Oh my gosh, that's a terrible thing to say considering I'm in the medical field. Not people, just plants. Plants and I are not fun. We're not friends. I try really hard. I like the sprinkly pattern of the gold. It's just like sprinkled on, not like overpowering. It's really, really pretty. But here's all your floral bunches. Then you've got your individual deco pieces. Now you're getting the vibe. It's just a very, very beachy vibe. I love, love, love it. A little bit of travel in here. This is super fun. I love these little elements here. These are going to be really good for layering. Sorry, my nose is all stuffily. I went out to the car to put my stuff in the car, and my car is literally covered in pollen. It is like, has like this yellow dust over the top of it, which means that it's just going to be an absolutely miserable beginning of May for me. Usually that happens in April, but for some reason it's just starting now. But that's really, really pretty. Sorry, off topic. You know, it's me. Then you've got this one, which has like your corner pieces, and it has a few of the like pieces that I like to put on the edges of my planner or as like a divider in the middle, and then some individual pieces in the middle. And then the type of foiling that she's got on here is like fruit. So you've got a bunch of fruit and then there's a kite in the middle. I don't know how easily it is to see with my lights. I try really hard, but I'm a 100% failure when it comes to these lights. I've never been able to figure them out. Then you have some more of the individual and some layering pieces here that she did put some foiling over the top. So this has foiling as well. Let me just move it around. You can see where it all is. But these are really cute. Things are just kind of bunched up so that you can just easily plop it on top of something like this. You've got your torn edges, like washi strips, and I get mine on washi paper, probably pretty obvious since I have the white paper behind it. But here's all of your days, dates, to-dos, notes, this week, next week, this month, and then your date dots. And then, oh, I like this page right here with these long strips, and then there's some smaller divider strips, but I really, really like these. These are super fun. And lots of fruits and kites. Fruits and kites, that seems to be the theme here. Then you've got some bigger deco boxes with scenes. Looks very Spain-y, like you're going to Spain or Mexico. Looks very pretty. Then probably more Spain. Some more of those types of boxes, and this is fun. You could totally rip this in half if you wanted to not have like just one giant box, but you could totally rip that into strips and get that organic edge. And there's a couple of them here, so you've got a couple choices. Then you've got some smaller boxes and the foiling on this one. The foiling for our Sadie stickers is reminding me of Harriet Wright Designs. That's what it reminds me of. Then this page I like. This is something different that I don't see in any of the other kits, but they're like long paints, like paint strokes with the pattern attached. Really, really pretty. Like that too. And then you've already seen this because I couldn't help myself. Here it is. Oh, it's supposed to be, maybe it's supposed to be Italy. It could be also be Italy, but I didn't go to the countryside when I went to Italy, so it's really hard for me to say that that's Italy, but it totally could be. Totally could be. It just says April 25 mystery. It doesn't say like a name of it, so it could be Italy, but that's what that says. Italy and Rome boarding pass, so like as if you were going on vacation, but it's really, really nice. Okay, so there's that, which I love. I'm gonna save it though. It doesn't specifically say a month anywhere in here, which makes this a really good kit for me to just do anytime I want to. So this is probably going to end up being one that I use in the summer. Now to show you this. So I got a couple of questions about this, and I had a few other ones that were from a different company and I didn't like them. So I wanted to test these out, and I thought I'd test them out with you guys and see what you think of them. But in your planners, especially your Hobonichi type planners or your thinner paper type planners, it is like impossible to stamp. And I get all these fantastic stamps from Cocoa Daisy and from other places that I just think are just phenomenal. Like you've got quotes overlays, you've got like floral overlays, there's all kinds of stuff in here. I should probably bring my little paper back so you can actually see what's on this one. But this is one that I got from Cocoa Daisy a little while ago. And I just thought I wanted to show you that you can use inks in your planners. You just have to find the right type of ink that's not going to bleed through to the other side. And so I'm hoping that this one here, because the last one that I got was a Ranger product. It wasn't perfect, but I do know that chalk inks work. So what I'm going to do is pop into here. So this is my Hobonichi. This is my Hobonichi cousin. Let's go here. And I stopped using it. Like I wanted to use this really, really bad. I wanted to use this planner so bad. You can tell, like I put all of my favorite stickers on it, and I'm not getting rid of it. I may redate it and come back to it at another time. But I had such a miserable experience with the ink being able to write on this paper, because this paper is the poopy paper. That's all I'm gonna say. It's not the good Tomo River, but it's the one that they had problems with. And I was lucky enough to be a person that actually got, see, I wrote in it, I actually got that paper. So, and because I have like this obsession with fountain pens, anytime I try to use a fountain pen in here, it just wicks. And then it bleeds through the other side, and I absolutely despised how it looked. And so I was having a really hard time using this planner, but I thought that we could jump in here and go someplace where it doesn't really. Okay, let's go to the back. I'll use it in the back because like I said, I may revisit this planner at a later date. We'll just do it on this page. And I want to see how these work, so I thought I would do it with you. So if they do work, you know what to buy and where to get it if it's something that you really, really want. And I've seen these at places like Hobby Lobby. Sorry, I'm just kind of conditioning it a little bit. I've seen these at Hobby Lobby. I've seen them at Michael's. Obviously, you can't see them at Joann's anymore, but they did used to be at Joann's. So I got the one that is called, let me see if the actual, in case you like these colors. So these are, that's the brand. I don't know how to say it. Tosquito, Tostitos, I don't know. Dewdrops Versa Magic Chalk Ink. And then the colors for this one, it doesn't say on here, but I got like 2 sets are coming. This one was like their fall version. So I got the fall ones. And then there's another one coming that has more neutral colors, like some grays and stuff and some blacks. So let's see. Now, one thing about chalk ink is it's very, you'll notice the difference almost immediately when you put it on a stamp because it's very wet. That's the only way I can explain it. It's very wet, but when you put it on your paper, see, it's beautiful. There's the test. It's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. And if you layer this over the top of your washi stickers, oh my gosh, you're just going to be absolutely in love. And it is one of the things that I loved to do until I started getting into this type of paper. And then it was impossible with regular ink. But look at the other side. There's ghosting because it's a dark brown. There's ghosting, but it is nothing at all like using regular black pigment ink or brown pigment ink. Using chalk ink, yeah, I love it. I love it. All right, let's try one more time over an actual sticker. Let's see what we got. What do we got in here? Let's play. I don't think I have any washi. I don't think I have any washi paper stickers in here because I was using this prior to me swapping over to washi paper. So this is that frosted vellum stickers, and I don't know if it's actually going to. Here, this is just a regular sticker. Let's do it over this one. Let's do it over this one right here. This is still, I haven't re-inked it, so it's going to be a lot lighter, which is actually what I like. I don't like that super bright, but there it is over the top, and you can see that it does stick to the, so this is premium matte, so it does stick to premium matte. There's no smudging or anything, and I just love the way it looks when you layer stuff like this over the top. So all of the stamps that I use on a regular basis, or I used to use on a regular basis, are more decorative. And there's the back. You can barely see anything on the back of that. Are more decorative overlay type stickers. I don't use a lot of functional stickers. Like this is more me, where you've got like stuff like this, where you've got like quotes, things like that, some other decorative elements, a little bit of florals here and there. I don't use a lot of like the functional stickers, but I really like that. So now let's move on to the other colors so you can see them all. Let's see what we can do here. If I can find something to blot this off on, I might just use the same one over and over again. I don't have my little scrubber over here because why would I be prepared for this, right? That would totally not be me. So this is, like I said, this is their little fall set. So this one is called Hint of Pesto. This one is called Jumbo Java, which you knew I was going to buy that. All right, here's the green one. There might be a little bit of brown attached to this. That's right, I'm just getting it off of there. So there's that one, which is, like I said, called Hint of Pesto. This one is called Pumpkin Spice. Heck yeah. Let's see how this one looks. Ooh, I like that color. Don't pay any attention to that puppy out there. This one's called Eggplant. She's crying because I have the door shut, but I'm like literally getting ready to walk out the door and go to work. And she wants to go see because my son just got home from work. So. Ooh, I pushed down really hard on that one. if I hadn't done that, that wouldn't be all smeared like that, but these are the colors. So eggplant, pumpkin spice, hint of pesto, and java. So those are them. You have to give them a little bit of time to dry because you can see here, chalk ink takes time to dry. So you can smear it. You're gonna have to just leave it alone and walk away from it when you do something like this. I would make this like a last ditch effort, or if you wanted to, you could use your blotter paper and just kind of blot it because you can see it already went onto this side. But if you let it dry, it'll dry. Like it won't stay that way forever. But you can see here, using the blotter paper on the back, you get quite a bit off. So if you have like spare paper somewhere and you want to just I'm seeing how much of it gets on my hands before I have to go to work. But yeah, it does take a while. I'm going to leave it here and see how long it takes because I need to experiment and see how long I want to do this. When I used to use chalk ink in the past, it was during card making, and you know, I make my cards and then I leave them be and they do their thing. So anyway, I will see how long that takes. I'll get back to you in the next part of the video and let you know how long it took for that to dry completely and see if it is something that's going to be viable because, you know, I like to use my planners. I don't want to sit around and wait for them all day to see if they're going to actually like dry to where I can write in my planner. So I will get back to you, let you know how it goes, and stay tuned. I'll be back in a minute with some more. So today I got a couple of packages in and I'm excited because I wanted to actually swatch these out. So I think I'm just going to do it with you. So this is the other set of chalk inks that I picked up from Amazon. In the first part of the video, I think it was in the first section, I got the autumn set. And then this one is, I don't know, this is called, I think this is the pastel tints set. I wish it was better explained which one it was, but I can see pastel effects or something like that in another language. So anyways, this is what it looks like. I got it on Amazon. I picked it up there. I have my stamp here. I've got my book here. So this is the first set all swatched out already. And then I want to swatch these ones out on here because this is where I'm going to keep all of these so that I can reference back when I want to use them in my planners and journals. They do take time to dry. So either use a blotter or something like that if you don't have time to wait. So you just take basically like a white piece of paper and put it over the top and then go about your business until it dries, or just walk away, one or the other. But they do dry completely dry. As a matter of fact, I think I have sitting right here where we used it before in here, and you can see it's totally 100% dry. It's not going anywhere. But if you don't wait for it to dry, I don't know where I used the other one, you will get it to smear. It'll smudge all over the place because like this, because it needs time to dry. But as you can see, once it's sitting for a little bit, it totally dries completely clear. So, or not clear, completely non-smudgy. Sorry, I'm like tripping over my words because I'm trying to think of the proper way to say it, but I feel like I'm not expressing myself very well. So this one has one that's called Sahara Sand, Niagara Mist, Wheat, and Sage. So I wanted some darker colors and I wanted some lighter colors kind of in that same family. So this is what I went with. And the way that I swatch these out, let's start with Wheat. I have a little stamp here. This is from the Cocoa Daisy coffee set. It came with one of the many subscriptions that I have, but I have a whole bunch of different ones, and I'm just using the same stamp for consistency. So let's see, let's open this up. So you just open it, it's very wet, very, very juicy. And then you just tap, tap, tap. This stamp should already be nice and ready. And this color is so light, I can't even tell if it's on there. Hopefully it is. Oh, I see it now. Hold on, I made a mess right here on the edge of my thing. Got a little crazy. Okay, so let's see. Oh, I love that. It is nice and light. It is absolutely perfect. Let me clean off my stamp real quick. So I'm just using a little bit of all natural cleaner on my stamp. Just wipe it down, blot it up, and then I use a paper towel and I just make sure that it's all off. And now I'm going to take a Q-tip. Sorry, I didn't grab any new Q-tips. Very, very well prepared as usual. And I just make a little line just so that I can see it. Because you can also use these to do other things with. You don't have to just stamp with them. You can use them for all kinds of stuff. Coloring, you can use them for swatching. You can do all kinds of things like putting backgrounds. There's like about a million different things that you can do with these chalk inks. So this one is called Wheat. And yeah, I'm using my Esterbrook. And in my Esterbrook right now has chocolate ink in it. So here is Wheat. Seems rather appropriate. I think that's just so, I just love that pen. I love that pen. It never leaves my desk though. I'm not brave enough for it to leave my desk. Okay, so we did Wheat. Now let's work on Sahara Sand. This seems like it's going to be a lighter version of that coffee one, which all of these go so, so beautifully. Oh, love that. Look at how pretty that is. Oh my goodness. I love that color. It's just absolutely stunning. I'm like really, really loving all of the colors that came out. And then when they do release some more, because they change up their colors all throughout the year, when they release the Christmas and winter set, I'll pick those up as well. So hopefully I will have a nice big set of stamps, because I do plan on doing a lot more stamping this year. It's my goal anyways. Okay, so this one is called, I know I have the ugliest writing, and even fancy pens can't fix it. So it's okay though. I'm embracing my ugly writing. I'm embracing it. Okay, and then the two greens. Let's start with Sage first. I'm going to do them on the other page. Ugh, get the top off. You don't really need a lot because, like I said, it's pretty juicy and you can see it covers it fairly quickly. This one I'll probably do on this side because there's like a little dip right there. All right, clean this off. And cleaning it off with this cleaner does not take any time at all. It's very quick. Very, very, very quick. All right, let's get this little line. Get a little bit more so I can fill in the middle. All right. This is why my videos, my haul videos are so long. It's not because I'm bringing you a ton of product. It's because I can't just show a product. I have to show it and then swatch it and then do all kinds of silly things, making my videos very, very long. Okay, next one is Niagara Mist. I wonder if this has like some kind of like a blue to it. I feel like, no, it's very green, but the name seems like it should be have more blue to it. It is a nicer green, like it does have some blue tint to it, and I made that very smushed. It's hard to stamp on an uneven surface, so I should have put something underneath it, but you know, I didn't. Okay, let's swatch this one out. Let's do it a little bit more. There's that. And then this one said, let me see if I can write a little bit nicer this time. There. So there is the new set. Let me put my pen back where it belongs so I don't drop it, but I think these are really nice. These are really nice chalk inks. Now I'm going to leave this open for a while. I can't say exactly how long because I think it depends on where you live and the humidity and all that other good stuff, but for me it takes a while. It takes a while for it to not smear anymore. So I'm just going to go set this off to the side, let it dry, and then bring in this guy right here. So Pretty Pink Co. during, I want to say it was just before Easter, she had a code, like you had to go, it was like an Easter egg hunt where you went and found the code. If you found the code, then you put it in for the discount, and then you were able to take the discount. Now, she was in the PBC sale, but I didn't end up ordering anything during the PBC sale because the code was the same, and the stuff that I wanted, you know, I don't need all the freebies. I don't need like the swap bags and stuff like that. So what I really just wanted to do was to get these items, and because I got them on sale, the code was 25%, and the sale during the PVC sale was 25%. So I figured, why not? I'll just get it now. And what drew me was this right here, I believe. Yeah, Peach Royale. So I did pick up some overlays because, yeah, just because I'm obsessed with having the foil overlays. So let's go through those first. So we have all of the postage. So these are called vintage stamps. And when I order, I usually just grab them in the bundle. So it'll come with however many colors are in the bundle that I grab. So obviously I grabbed the one with a lot of them because there's were 5 different. So there's a gold. This looks like a hollow, silver hollow. This looks like rose gold. This looks like regular silver. And then this looks like a warmer gold. So those are the 5 colors that came in for this one. So I got that. And then it looks like these are the freebies that came. So these 2 freebies right here. And then this one, again, I got it in all of the colors. Actually, this one I think I only got in 4. Yeah, this one I got in 4 colors. So you got your gold. This is the vintage film strip collages. It has these beautiful scripty words in the back and a little bit of paint splatter. And then the film thing, and I just thought these were absolutely stunning, so I grabbed those. Then, oh, for this kit, here, let me split them up because I got a couple of kits. Yeah, I got these 2 kits right here. So this one is the first one. This one is the Peach Royale, which look at it's just so pretty. These flowers are just absolutely gorgeous. Let me grab. Yep, because washi paper, always get it in washi paper. Let's see how to do this. So there is that one. Then this one is the big collages. Oh, I love that. I already know what's here because obviously I bought it and this is why I bought it, but I just get so excited when I see it because it's just so beautiful. Look at these. Oh, I can't wait to use this kit. This is definitely a summer kit for me. At least that was my plan. I'm starting to stock up on the summer stuff because I've got plenty of springtime kits right now. So I'm starting to stock up on some of the summer stuff, but how pretty is that? Unfortunately, I did not order a whole lot from the PBC sale. I ended up just ordering from Sarah because she had some stuff that I really, really, really wanted. I love that. So you're not going to see a ton of stuff from the PBC sale. Not that you would see it this month anyways. Even if I did order, it would probably be by fall before you finally saw anything. But I know I'm being snarky. That is gorgeous right there. Absolutely gorgeous. Love, 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 love. Then these ones here. And this one, oh, look at that. The edges, stunning. Yeah, if you're looking for a summertime kit, oh, this one is perfect. Absolutely perfect. The washi swatches. And then you've got your dates and days. And then you've got your large scenes. So that one is Peach Royale, which, yes, please. Love, love. Very happy about that. And then this one I picked up just because I liked it didn't scream summer to me. It screamed more like either late summer or early fall, but I love the colors. It's very like vintagey looking, and I don't know, it's just beautiful. So this one's called Spring Story. It's supposed to be a springtime kit, but to me it screams more fall. But I mean, obviously you use kits whenever you like. This is the collages. Look at that. That is just so fun. I love that tree house. And you can barely see it, but there's collage in the back of that as well with some pretty scripty writing. Then you've got all of your deco elements. And then your corners. So pretty. I mean, I guess it is definitely going to be used in the summer, don't get me wrong, but I feel like it's going to be, for me, it's going to be like late August, maybe early September is when I'll use this one. But here's all your little scenes. And this one, swatches. My favorite page, which is the mix of stamps and film strips and Polaroids. It's fantastic. And then this one. I have a hard time using these right here, but these in the middle I use the heck out of. Then you've got your edges and your washies and your individual pieces. And then your paint strips. Well, she calls them washi swatches, but they look like paint strokes to me. And then your dates and numbers, or days and numbers. And then the last one is the large scenes, which is absolutely stunning, just beautiful. Okay, so that is everything that I got so far today. Hopefully I have some subscriptions coming in and a couple other things that I picked up and some new subscriptions that are coming in. So stay tuned. I'll be back in just a minute with some more. All right, so Sterling Ink came in today. I haven't opened it yet, but I like her new packaging. I don't remember that being on it before because this is like a completely different. They used to be black and now they're this like craft paper and it says Sterling Ink on the back and it is foiled. Super cute. Anyway, let's open this up and see what's inside. I know I should use my letter opener, but it doesn't always work right. And this is super thick too, by the way. It comes in another outer envelope, which I threw away. Yeah, it's not that easy to open. So I don't plan on saving the envelope, but I also don't want to rip anything on the inside. So I have to do it the hard way. I suppose if I'd grabbed the big scissors, this wouldn't be quite so difficult. Okay, I got it. We're good. Jesus, these are so well packaged, like unbelievably packaged. Okay, so let's start with the big one. Ooh, that's pretty. I can see it already. That's so pretty. Okay, so you get your vellum, which I will pull out. I'm struggling today. It's a work day. It's a work day, and I always feel like I'm struggling on work days. Yep, I got this. Okay. Static, big time static. Okay, so here is a vellum number 1, and oh, that's pretty. That is so pretty. I love the swans. This is gorgeous. Look at this. This reminds me of like deep south, kind of with the like the big willow trees, and oh, it's really, really pretty. Really pretty. Look at the thistles. Eeyore's food. All right, there's that one. And then this is the other vellum. This is the second one. I wonder what her inspiration was for this. Kind of curious. It's really pretty though. Really, really pretty. Okay, there's those. And then you get monthly vellum. This is the monthly. I use them as tip-ins, or I'll punch it and put it in my jeans agenda, in my disc bound planner. It fits in mine because I have the junior size disc bound planner, and so I don't have to do anything to these. They fit perfectly just like this. And then these ones, I just cut them in half and they fit as well in there if you're curious about that. Then you also get these 2 sheets, which are very staticky. They love each other. Get those. Then we'll open up this guy right here. Get all this goody stuff out. All right, this is your vellum, but I found out that these are not, you see how it has like that white border? It's still clear. So don't be fooled by the white border. It is really not even vellum. I think it's a little bit thicker than the washi paper, but you can see there that it is a clear edge. So if you want to use this for layering over the top of something else, it's not going to, you're going to be able to see through it. And then, oh, that's beautiful. Look at that one. That's gorgeous. Your June overlays, the little envelope will do at the end. And now I'm just going to leave that right there, and I'm going to set it down this way. So you have your days of the week with all the little goodies on the edges. And then you have, oh, look at that. That is a beautiful full. Let me just zoom you in so I don't have to pick it up. There. Hopefully that's close enough. Love all the greens. It's just absolutely stunning, stunning. Love, love, love. Okay, then you have your stamp page. Here, I can even do 2 at a time. Let's be quicker. Whoops, I made this. I just messed that up, but this is a full page sticker. I think. No, it's not. I'm sorry. This is your strips. Yeah, strips. Yep. Mixing up my companies. Then this page here, like your torn edges that are kind of raised, and then your frames. It kind of gives me almost like fairy tale vibes. Look at, like, I don't know if you can see this very well, but can you see that? Like, I think this is inside of that tree house. I don't know if it's necessarily a tree house either, but it kind of looks like one. It's really, really pretty. Yeah, it is a tree house. So it's inside a giant tree. So now it's giving me fairy vibes. Then you've got your layering elements. Your side, I use that as a sidebar piece, so I'm going to call it a sidebar piece, but these are some more layering elements and individual deco in the middle. And this one is silver foil, which we are getting into the foiled pieces. You get 2 of that, so I'll just put that on the side. And then these are some bigger deco pieces and some even bigger pieces. And oh my gosh, do you see that? I'm sorry. Let me just, that's really cool. I'll put this one away, and then I'm going to turn this. Look at that bedroom. What I wouldn't give to live in this tree. I would love to live in this tree. Then this one is some more layering pieces. And then you've got some smaller pieces. Some with foil, some without. I want to see if you can see the foil. There you go. You can see where it's at. And then the last piece is not foiled, but some more of the swans and the little individual pieces. And then this one here, this little, even this, she changed this. These used to be black as well. So you have another, that's pretty, another overlay like vellum kind of a thing. Then I'll just lay them all out here. You've got your tabs, lots of tabs. Another set of the headers, and then, oh, look at that, soft touch card. So there's all the rest of them. So that is everything that came in sterling ink. This is the June subscription. So definitely going to be setting up some of my stuff with this one. And yep, that's all I have for you now. I'll be back in just a minute with some more. Next up, I am super, super excited because I got my Coffee Monsters Co. Esterbrook ink and the blotter paper. So I'm going to put the blotter paper into my backpack because that is where I'm using my fountain pens right now. And I also want to fill up the empty, where is it? I want to fill up the empty fountain pen. I know here somewhere. I want to fill this up with this ink so that I can take it with me to work, but I haven't cleaned this yet, so I'm going to have to do that off camera, but just to let you know that it is going to go into this pen, my Pilot pen, because I do have an ink already in my Coffee Monsters Co. pen. So let's open this up. I am going to swatch it out for you so you can see the ink and how it looks in my little swatchy book. And this box is to die for. I love, love, love this box. So I am going to try to get either another shelf, or maybe take everything off of this shelf that I have all of my washi tapes on. And I think that's where I'm going to store my inks and some of the amazing boxes that are really, really pretty. So like I would put the box next to the ink bottle on the shelf so that you can see the beautiful boxes. And look at this. So here's the back. Forgotten iced coffee. And then it's got all this like really cute information on the back. Then you've got this one here, then you have it here, and then with the little key, and then let's get the top. This is just the absolute cutest box ever. And then you just undo your little thing, open it up, and there's a key, little keyhole on the inside. And then when you open it all the way up, so definitely keeping this box along with my Esterbrook. And I kind of feel like I really want this one shelf, which I'll insert a picture here. I'm just going to say that during the video so that I can remind myself to insert a picture and take a picture of the shelf that I'm talking about. But it is one that I picked up from Michael's ages ago. I've had it for like 100 years, and it houses a lot of my washi tapes, but I think I want to get the washi tapes down into the drawers and use that for the inks. But look at this bottle. How cute is this? Bottle is adorable. Look at that. I love this. I love it, love it, love it. So, and then these are the blotter papers, which, like I said, I'm going to put one of these into my planner because I use my fountain pens in my Wonderland 222, and sometimes I need a second for them to, look at how cute that is, for them to dry, and I don't have a second, like I have to close my book and run. So there's a big one like that, and then these ones are perforated, so you can just cut them down and tuck them in a pocket. And then another great big one right here. These are so cute. Oh, one more. Ooh. Oh, I love that one too. These are adorable. And I almost don't want to use them. So what I think is going to happen, because there's two of these, I think I'll use one of these, and then I'm going to end up just hoarding these because they're just too cute. I just don't want to get ink all over them, but I will use this one. And I will tuck these in my pocket. So anyway, there's that. Now let's get into the ink. So, this is how I've been swatching out my inks. This is that cloth and paper that came in one of the sub boxes. This is the cloth and paper one, and it does a beautiful job. What I do is once I've swatched out the ink, I attach it to the back page. So this one has, these two are attached to each other so that, you know what I mean? So it doesn't, it's, as you can see, I can swatch on this page and swatch on this page, and you don't see the ink running through, but on the back of this page it's most definitely there. So if I just put them together and do like every other page with the ink swatching, I think it's absolutely fine, because this is where I would swatch the next one, and you can see the ghosting through this, but once I put the inks on here, you see nothing, and they're attached to each other. So that's how that goes. And then in the back of this, in case this is your first time seeing it, this is where I'm swatching out my inks. So this is where I know that there's a couple more that I want to get. There's another set that's more pastels and springy, and then there's also the Christmas set when it comes out. So there's some other ones that I want to get, and this is the chalk ink, which I think is absolutely fantastic and does not ghost at all. So that's where that is. And I left myself a few pages. Matter of fact, I can show you that if you want to see. This is not attached to anything else, but this is the back of that. So I left myself a few pages for this so that I'll be able to keep swatching. I'm swatching from the back forward. I'm also going to be swatching out my Tombos and my mild liners in here as soon as I figure out that. But then in the front is where I keep all of the current and past subscriptions so that I can kind of keep track of that. So if this is your first time seeing that book, I figured I should probably tell you about it before I get into doing anything else. But let's go ahead and swatch this out and hopefully not make a mess. Let me just, I don't think it's one that needs to be shaken, but I'm just going to very carefully kind of swirl it around. I don't want a bunch of air bubbles, but I just want to make sure that the color is all nicely. This is what I use to refill my pens. I never stick my pens in the cup because I just don't like to do it. So I'm just going to throw a little bit in here, and then I'm just going to kind of dot across the page like that. And then I just, a little old, I had this for candle making. It's kind of old, but, and then I just kind of swoosh it around so that I can see any, this is a good way for you, if you are swatching out your inks, this is a good way for you to see as it dries, if there are any shimmer effects to it or any of the wicked, like the outlining effects, because sometimes when ink dries, you'll see like darker spots and lighter spots. And this is a good way to get a really good representation of what your ink is going to look like when it dries on your paper. And so it's already like, it almost looks like coffee grounds to me. Like, not, yeah, I guess it would be forgotten coffee because you left it sitting around for a long time and it gets all, yeah, that's pretty much that color. Be interesting to see what that actually looks like when it does dry. But anyways, I just wanted to swatch it out for you so that you could see it. This is the Esterbrook Coffee Monsters Co. Collaboration, and this is the Forgotten Iced Coffee. This was the only part I was waiting for because I wanted to get the entire collection from the 9-year anniversary for Coffee Monsters Co. So anyway, that, my friends, is all I have for you now. And I, again, will remind myself to take a picture of that shelf so that you can see what it looks like. And that way, if you run across another one like it and you want something similar to like display your stuff in, you'll know what exactly I am talking about. So anyway, stay tuned. I'll be back in just a minute with some more. Look what came in the mail today. I'm so excited. I actually took a break from Jane's Agenda for the last couple months because it really didn't speak to me, but I was able to shuffle around a few things and make it so that I should be able to get the remainder of the year's boxes this year without any issues, because I have canceled most of my Cocoa Daisy except for the deluxe journaling kit. So from now on, the Cocoa Daisy part of the haul is going to be much smaller, and I'm actually going to be able to use the items that I'm getting from Cocoa Daisy instead of having like this abundance of extra stuff because of all the other subscriptions that I've been getting. I really want to kind of hone in on the kinds of things that I'll actually use and not have a lot of extra stuff laying around. So Jane's Agenda, you can see by the box, it is this like beautiful ocean. It looks like the waves coming in with the white water right here. Oh, it's just a beautiful box. So that's going to give you an idea of what's inside this box. Let's open it up and look at the inside. Oh, look at that little ocean. I'll bring it like this. I know there's just no way, unless I put my camera on the ceiling, you're just not gonna, you're not gonna get the full experience of the box. But I will take everything out and look at that. It's like that undersea pattern all the way through. If you're collecting these boxes, this is definitely a keeper. Put that down. And then you've got your thing that gives all the spoilers. I'll put that off to the side. This paper is really cute. It's got the anchors all over it. So another thing that I've come to understand people have been saving. I tend to not really be a person that saves paper like that. It's just not my thing, but there's a nice big piece of it. That down there. Okay, let's see what's, oh, I did see the spoilers for this whole entire thing, but we will start with the bag because the bag is just fantastic. I haven't changed out my planner cover in my letter size, half that letter size planner in like a minute. It's been quite a while since I changed anything out in there because of it being, you know, first of all, I haven't gotten the last couple of boxes, so I haven't really had that planner makeover. So I think it's time. It's time to move into something a little bit more warm weather, and I think this is going to be the kit that makes me finally change all the covers and inserts in my planner. Okay, this bag, I wish I had this bag this weekend. I went to a market event this weekend, and I ended up having to use a different bag to put all of my goodies in, actually 2 different bags, and I can tell you right now, this would have been absolutely perfect. I wish this had come this weekend rather than today, but either way, it's fantastic. It's definitely going to be a bag that I take with me whenever we go to the beach. Well, our beach is a lake, but it's still a beach. Whenever we go to the beach or we go out hiking or walking, it's a good place to put like a bunch of things in it. Snacks and whatever. It's just a great bag. It's huge. I know it's hard to see, but I want you to see the lining on the inside. There's no pockets on the inside, so everything that goes in here is just going to sit inside of here. But the pockets on the sides are big enough to put a child. Like these are gigantic. So if you have one of those big old water bottles, that's going to be plenty of room there. And then it's got another pocket on the front. So I definitely think that this bag has, let me see how far down you can hang it off your shoulder. So for me, it ends up to where I can put my arm or I can put my arm in it when it's hanging off my shoulder like that, which is how I like to carry my bags. Yep, I love the bag. That was the star of the show, this in this box. Let me set it off to the side. And now let's get into all the goodies. So I've got the little bag, and the little bag has in it your little anchors. These are little paper clips, and I don't want to, what's this? Vacation loading, the soft touch card. That is cute. So I think I'll put it on here because I throw these away and it doesn't matter. But these ones, when you put them on, it actually looks like an anchor. It's not like a half of an anchor. Yeah, I think that's stinking adorable. I'm definitely going to use those. And then you've got your other soft touch cards. So this is like an extra one. We don't usually get this many, I don't think. I don't know. It's been a minute since I got subscription, but this is really cute. And then you've got these two here, which I always tuck into the pockets in the front of my snap-on covers. So work like a captain, play like a pirate. These are stinking adorable. And then your card that you can tip in somewhere or tuck into a pocket with, it's like your little thank you card. And then we have some stickers that are actually stickers this time. You can tell that Jane's not a sticker shop because it's easy for them to mess them up, but apparently these ones are perfect. So let me get a white paper. So very nautically themed, really, really, really big, like really big. I'm not sure where I'm going to put these, but they are kind of cute. No idea where I'm going to put them, but we'll see. Then I'll leave that white paper out just in case. This is a divider that we got this time. This isn't a cover, it's a divider, so it's gonna be a little bit smaller, I believe. But let me double check the size of it, and it does not want to come out. But it's got the raised ink. Yeah, it's raised. It's very textured, which is like fantastic. I love that. Let me see if this is, I believe that this would be the same size as an insert. Yeah, it is. So this is just a divider that you can put over one of your inserts, which that looks good right there without even doing anything else. Because your covers are going to be bigger. See, your covers come way out here versus just a divider. So I'll put the covers off to the side for a second because that is a completely different subscription. So this would be a subscription by itself, and then the lifestyle stuff is by itself, which is all the rest of it. And then or you can get deluxe, which is the cover club, and the deluxe you can get and the lifestyle, which is a deluxe, which is what I get. Probably should have explained that before. So right now we're in basically the lifestyle side of it. So these are your dividers, which made me super happy because this right here is going to be my main squeeze. Look at this. This map is to die for. And then you put this Explore right over the top and it is fantastic. Sorry about the ring light, but I can't do anything about the ring light. So that is one of your dividers. Then you have this beach scene. I'm not a person that usually vacations somewhere where there's a beach, but every once in a while, it would be nice to just have that option. Like if I were to go to Hawaii, I would probably spend all of my time exploring the island, going to the volcanoes, hiking up to the waterfalls, that kind of stuff, versus sitting on the beach. But it's nice to have that option to be able to just spend a day or a couple hours just relaxing on the beach. I might try that. I've been trying to talk my husband into a Hawaii trip while we're in between trips. The next one is Japan, but that's not till 2027, so I have a lot of time. So I think this is a vacation planner. So you've got your outfit planner here. There's a few of these. Packing list. I'm going to totally save this for, it's going to be saved for a while, but this will be for our next big trip. I do have a trip in November, but I'm only going to Texas, so I don't think I need this, but I might be able to grab a couple sheets out of it when I'm getting ready with the itinerary. So you've got trip on one side, your itinerary on the other. Conference companion, this one would be good because that's what I'm doing in Texas, a conference. So that one will probably end up actually using some of these pages for sure. And then in the back, you've got notes. So you've got a couple sheets here of notes. And then these, so this is a travel planner, which very, very well done. I'm totally going to use this. And because there's so many of them, I probably only need one sheet of each. So you've got several trips here, so I can plan out for a while. That I love. So now let's get into the cover club. The cover club, if I can figure out where the opening is, you get your 2 big covers, and then you get your like inside cover, or you can use as a divider. So for me, I'm going to swap out one of these for this one, because you'll see that they are the same size. So you can totally swap out whatever you want. It doesn't have to be these, but this is what comes in the cover club. So if you get the deluxe, you've got a lot of options. Whereas if you just get the cover club, you only get one option, which is this. So, but these are different. So you can see here that this stuff inside of the deluxe journaling kit, it's the same pattern on both sides. Whereas in the cover club, you get this beautiful ocean scene on this side, and then you get the pebbly beach on the other side. So you can pick, you know, you just mix and match. If you would rather have the pebbly beach thing, you would put this one on the top, which I don't know, that one's pretty nice too. I don't know, I'm still kind of going for the map because the map is more me, but that is really pretty. I did keep the white piece of paper so that I can show you this. This is your divider, and it's got a pink raised, ooh, very nice texture. It's got a pink raised coral coral reef, there it is. And yep, that's textured right there. That does my heart happy. Beautiful. It's a beautiful color. And then you have your covers, which this month the covers are pretty exciting because they have foiling. Yep, you heard it. Foiling on the covers, which is just fantastic. I was going to take one of these off so you can see it on the white background, and you can see it better over the different covers, which I will do real quick. Getting this plastic off sometimes is a joy. It's gross, but have you ever had like a sunburn and it's like so satisfying to just peel off that burnt skin? I don't know. Some people are like, oh, gross. But some people, it's kind of satisfying. This kind of reminds me of that. For me, it's only satisfying to rip it off myself. I don't want to touch anybody else's burnt skin, but yeah. And, you know, you can see here, I'm like as pasty can be. So yeah, I don't get a lot of sun lately. I'm hoping to change that this summer. A lot more hiking. Okay, there it is. Oh my gosh. It's really hard to see the whales, raised texture all the way through. And then there's like this sparkle, silver sparkly stuff up at the top. And these are all raised, the words are. So there it is that way. But the best way to show you is to put it over one of these. So this is what it would look like if you were to put the rocks behind it. Now you can really see the whales. Let me see if I shut this off real quick. It's gonna be a little bit darker, but you might actually be able to see the whales a little bit better. There. That is so pretty. But for me, let's see what this one looks like, because this is what I'm kind of leaning towards the map. This is what it would look like with the map behind it, with the whales and the sea and the whole. I think I really like that. I don't know. Now I'm kind of torn. I'm kind of torn about which one, because I love the saturated colors of this behind it. I just think it like makes it pop. Yeah, they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing when they add this kind of stuff to your as your cover club. That's really pretty. If you were going to do the other side, I'm not going to grab the other one, but that's what that one would look like, which is pretty faded. I don't know, because you really can't see the whales underneath super well. So I do kind of feel like this is probably the best option. So yeah, we may be going with this one right here, but holy moly, is that beautiful. Just beautiful. Okay, so that is everything that came in this month's Jane's Agenda. Super happy that I was finally able to get back in the groove and be able to get back to my Jane's Agenda. Now that I have things all rearranged, you should be seeing this every single month from me again. At least, you know, unless she puts out something that I don't like, which is very, very rare. The last couple where I still liked them, they just weren't my absolute favorite. Oh, the back cover, by the way. If you don't want all the words, first of all, it would be backwards. I mean, I guess you could do it this way if you really wanted to. just has the raised whales on the back. So you probably could, just to show you real quick, you probably could use this one if you didn't want like the C and the sayings on the front and you just wanted the whales. You just have to flip it upside down and make it as your cover. But you could totally do it because they are in all kinds of different orientations. So you do have some facing up, some facing down. So it totally would work. You just have to turn it upside down from what you would normally have it. But yeah, that looks good too. I don't know. I think I like the words particularly. Yeah, I think I like the one with the words and the pebbles. Yep, that's what it's going to be. Anyway, yeah, that's all I have for you right now. And I do have some more stuff coming in, hopefully this week before I go back to work. So I will be able to add a little bit more to the haul video. Anyway, that's what I have for you now. Stay tuned. I'll be back in a minute with some more. Next up, I have my order from Cloth and Paper and my Cocoa Daisy. I'll do Cocoa Daisy separately. Like, I'll stop this video and start that one so that you have a place to jump past if you don't want to see this, because this is still a full subscription unboxing. Since it is, I wasn't able to cancel it down to just the one item this month. That will be next month. Kind of curious how it comes because I've never not gotten a box from Cocoa Daisy. So very small order from Cloth and Paper, and this is just stuff for my commonplace that I wanted to pick up, but it comes inside of this bag right here. It says Cloth and Paper. Love these bags. I totally used them this weekend at market to carry some of the stuff that I needed to put in here, the decorations for my booth. But yeah, I used them. All right, so let me zoom in. I only have a few things here, but as always, you get a little envelope-ish looking thing that you can kind of tuck in a pocket and keep some things in, which I have been doing. And in it, they always send you, ooh, I like these ones. Lately, we've been getting the ones that kind of have like a leopard print around them, but these are black dot sticker sample, and these are the sizes that you get. Nice, I like those. I like those. And then, ooh, this is new too. Got a new one. Intention box. Oh, nice. It's like a sneak peek for next month. And look at that with the red, black, and white. Oh my gosh, I'm excited. So you got a sneak peek, says for your eyes only. By the time you guys see this, it'll probably already been totally sneaked, but, and then this little thing here. So this is what comes inside this little envelope, which you get every time you order from them. And then I picked up some, I don't believe I need to take them out of the, I'll take them out of the package so you can see them. But I thought these would be perfect for using in my commonplace book, because I'm not planning on using like conventional stickers in there. It's more like photograph type pictures in there of whatever topic it is that I'm using those pages for. So I thought this was probably a better option, because I may put like a few stickers if they kind of go, but for the most part. So I got some arrows in the Merlot. And there's 3 different sizes. So you got these great big ones, and then the medium ones, another set of great big ones, and then the medium ones and the small ones. So that's right there. Then I picked up these, which are photo corners. These are the clear ones, so I'll put that one aside, but just know that these are photo corners, and I'll show you this one right here. So also got the mini shapes. So the mini shapes, and then I picked this one up in Cortado, which seemed to me like almost like a neutrally tan color. So if I can figure out how to open them, I will show you the different shapes that you get in one of these little mini packs. But again, I thought this would be good for the commonplace book and for my regular planner. So these are for both, because I do a lot of this type with when I make my lists. So you get circles, you get little hexagons, you get little squares, you get, these are like almost like the pin, oh, they're upside down. These are almost like those pin ones, so they're skinny. Then you get like corners, and then you get little like drops. So there's a set of 6 of these. And you get, because I have a monthly subscription, I have points that accumulate, and I was able to use my points to take money off of this. So yeah, it was a really good deal. Okay, and then the photo corners. So I wanted to try out some photo corners from them, because these have a much lower profile than, like, say, the ones that you pick up from like, I don't know, Joann's or Michael's, where they got like that kind of a thicker, these are a thinner profile. So these are just, I don't know, I can't really explain it, but you can see, look at how thick that is. It's super thin. And I thought these would be absolutely perfect for my book. So I got a whole set of clear ones in case I don't want any color at all on it. And then I got a set of different colored ones. So this one here is I think this is, they call it avant-garde, is their black. And there's a couple of that one. Oh wait, these are all avant-garde. Wait a minute. I think, oh, I did something. I don't know what I did. Oh, I know what I did. I only got two. I got the black and the clear. That's right. They do have a multi-pack with all of them, and for some reason I thought I picked that up, but I didn't. I only got white and black, or clear and black. Yeah, these are all clear. Let me just double check and make sure I didn't do anything. Nope, I did. See? I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. I thought I got this. Okay, so you get this one where you get mostly clear in this one. So there's 1, 2 clear, the avant-garde, and then this color, which is Tuscany. So see, I knew I did. I knew I didn't just get the 2 colors. Okay, so that's everything I got from Cloth and Paper, and these are, like I said, for the Commonplace book and for my regular planner. I also have stuff mixed in there, but so stay tuned for Commonplace. Also stay tuned for next thing will be my Cocoa Daisy. And now for my final big box of Cocoa Daisy. So I did cut down my subscription. I wasn't able to do it before this one came out. I missed the cutoff for canceling some of the subscriptions. I canceled all but one. I'll show you which one I'm keeping. Yeah, so this is my last big Cocoa Daisy reveal, at least for now. I may revisit it later on. But one of the things that I was also going to show you is this one is more of like a lemons and Mediterranean vibe, but I feel like we've seen something similar to this in the past, so I will go through my old kits, see if I can find it. But this one is called Mediterranean Muse. It's got a little bit of a travel, lemons, lots of blues, very, very pretty. Very, very, very pretty. So I have the stationery kit, the creative kit, the planner kit. Oh, the creative kit. Is that the stationery kit? Oh, this is not the planner kit. Sorry. This is the deluxe journaling kit. There we go. Yep, I got it. I figured it out. Oh, look at that's a cool sticker. This one was hiding in the bottom of the box. That's really cool. I like that. All right, let's put this guy aside and then I'll start going through. Let's start with the stationery kit. So in the stationery kit, this is the one that will have your button in it. It will also have your vellums, your acetate, stuff like that will be in this one. And then some other goodies. I am going to miss having all of these kits because I do love having all of this stuff, but I just haven't been, it's been a very long time since I've used it in a meaningful way where I've used like enough of it to make it worth me spending this amount of money every single month. Here's another sticker that was inside. So I'm going to behave and I'm going to knock it down to just the one kit. And we'll see how it goes. So you have your little sticky notes in here, and these are stuck about right there, and they've got the little lemons on them. This is a very Mediterranean vibey kit. I love all the tiles. This right here is a washi stand. You guys know I am no stranger to the washi stand. I have about 1 million of them, so you got to take off your little plastic on the outside so it looks all shiny and pretty and new. There should be one on either side. You just kind of yank them off, and then it will look crystal clear and beautiful as long as you don't have a defective one. And then the bottom should have the same on it. So we'll peel this one off. Maybe. It's here. I just have to get underneath it. I figured since it's here, I might as well put the washi tapes on it while we're unboxing everything. These are such fun ideas to have these washi stands. At one point I looked into having them made because there is a company that I've used for other things that does do like these types of stands, but yeah, it's a heck of a lot more work than I thought it was going to be. So you got to pop it in to the bottom, to the base. And if it fits properly, if it's made right, it should slide in fairly easily. And since you have to take it in and out in order to put the washi tape on it, you're going to want it to be able to come on and off easily. And this one really didn't. So there's a really good chance that I'm going to snap that base off if I keep messing around with it. But I am going to keep messing with it because I want to put the washi tape on it. Let me just take all the plastic off of all this stuff. I'm wielding a weapon here that I will most likely poke myself with. This looks really pretty washi. Okay, in here we should have the thinner stickers. So again, these are everything, almost everything. Last month she threw us for a little bit of a loop. Almost everything usually has a sticker back to it. Last month there were some pieces that didn't. You had to use your little double-sided tape, but it's okay. I mean, I don't mind. I always have double-sided tape. It just surprised me because I've gotten so spoiled with everything having that backing on it that when it doesn't, I'm just like, oh no, what do I do? Go back to old school and glue it together. Okay, there's all of the thinner stickers. So these are kind of almost like a little transparent, but see, they're kind of washy-ish transparent on the other side. So when you put it down on anything that doesn't have color on it, you're really not going to see these guys, but they are nice and thin and perfect for your book bound planners. So there's that. Set that off to the side. It's really cute. It's really cute. Okay, then days of the week. I love the fonts. Then we have some stamp style stickers. I think they are. No, they're just boxes. Sorry. I thought there was like a little stamp edge on them, but there isn't. They're just boxes. And then these are the ones. That's why it threw me off. I saw this underneath. These are the stamps, which I like. And ooh, that's pretty. Upside down. That's pretty. So this is the postcard. I think the pattern is called terrazzo tile. It's all in the background of this. It's on the edges of this. It's really pretty. Then, let me pull this out so we have some white-ish background. These are some glossy stickers that are super thin as well. And, oh, this is cute. Look at this octopus. She does love her octopus. Or octopi, is that the right way to say it? She loves her octopus. He's cute. We've had octopus on some other stuff. And then this is the tile, which is really, really pretty. With that yellow and blue. And this is the vellum. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. I'm going to put this off to the side. And then I'm waiting for a paper. So when there's a paper that I feel it's appropriate to be able to swatch this out on, I will swatch it out. If I can't find one, well, maybe I'll just do it on the back of the Cocoa Daisy thing. I'll do it on the back of this so you can see what the washi tape looks like. These ones has the crabs, the octopus, the fish. It's got all kinds of stuff. I kind of almost feel like this is a couple of different kits that she kind of mishmashed together beautifully, absolutely beautifully. But I feel like this, I'm seeing artwork from a few different things, and I can't pinpoint where I'm seeing them from because we've had, I mean, I've been subscribed for years. So, and she does reuse artwork quite a lot brilliantly. And it's wonderful because if you have leftovers, hang on to them because the artwork may come back and then you can, it's like using it all over again. It's fantastic. It's like having that same thing, but now you have like plenty of it for a couple of different months if you wanted to use it that way, which I'm almost positive I have something similar to this. Okay, this is the creative kit where you get another washi. This little envelope of goodies, we'll open that in a second. You've got, these are thicker stickers, that's what I call them. Here's some notepads, so ready for, and then you've got lines all the way down. Some more days of the week. Your numbers and your round numbers and your alpha. Another stickers, little sheet of stickers. And then this is your, let me do it like this. These are your rub-ons with the stick in the back. And I think I've shown enough times how I store these, but cut off the edge, get rid of this thing, and you're good to go. That's that one. Then this time we are getting one of these, which she gives us these every once in a while. And I have a few of them. But these are fantastic for if you have like a smaller planner. You can most definitely use this because you can stuff in the back side of your planner here. You've got all of your stuff in here. You can use this hole right here to put your loops through your strings so that you can put more stuff in it. And then you use this right here to keep it closed. I've made them before and used them before. If I had one sitting right here, I would show it to you, but that's really cute. The Cocoa Daisy with that. And it's got a map in the background. That is what that one looks like. You've got a pen loop right there. So I think what I'm trying to say, like maybe A6 size might fit in this. I'm trying to remember exactly what it is. Let me see. So this is a Cocoa Daisy. I want to say I cut this down specifically for this, but you can see that you just slide in a notebook. Then you can do 2 more little holes, use a punch, do 2 more little holes and put your strings in there. And then you'll be able to have even more of these different ones if you wanted to. But I knew I had some of these, but I think I actually made this one, but I'm pretty sure this is A6 size. So if that is something you like to throw in your purse and carry around, then you have a beautiful summertime cover for that. These are, again, let's pull them all out, the thicker stickers. You can hear them when they drop. They've got like a little bit of weight to them because they are more cardboardy. So they're a little bit thicker. And usually you do not get much in the way of, oh, that's nice. I like that one. You usually don't get much in the way of duplicates in any of the different subscriptions. So you should hopefully not see too many extras of the same, you know, from different subscriptions that you have. You might have some of the lemons and whatnot, but for the most part, she really does a good job of making sure if you get multiple subscriptions, you're not doubling up on a whole lot of stuff. So there's those. Then I don't know what's in here, but we're going to take a look. Let's see. What do we have in, oh, this is another fool you one. Okay, these are the ones that are, do not, don't try to pull the back off because it's not going to happen. But these are fantastic. So I really love these, but these do not have a sticky back on them. So these are great for like memory keeping or putting like little quotes in your planner, layering elements, that kind of stuff. So there's a whole bunch of them in here. And this was similar to last month. There was also something, a little pouch like this, and that one also did not have stickers on the back. So pull out your double-sided tape. There's those. Then washi, let's do the next washi tape. This one has some pretty anchors on it. That's one thing I'm probably going to be the most sad about, is not getting all the washi tapes, but I have so many washi tapes that this is like, at this point I'm just collecting them. I barely use them. It's just, I just have drawer after drawer after drawer of them, and I really don't use them, but I just love looking at them. Just love looking at them. And every once in a while, I do pull some out and use them in my journals, but just not at the scale of which I own them. I have way more than I could ever possibly, gosh darn it, that I could ever possibly use in a lifetime. That's a nice plain one with the anchors, with the white, just plain old white washy background. And then the dots. That's a nice one. I think that's it for this one. Okay, that's it for these two. Now we're down to the one that I have from now on. This is the only one that I'm getting. This is the deluxe journaling kit. So this is a hybrid mishmash between the planner kit and the journaling kit. So I got rid of the other two. You won't see those anymore. And this is the only one we'll be unboxing from now on. It comes in a little case to keep all your goodies in. There's, oh, I like this one. I might have to, I am probably going to use these stickers. I'm probably going to use this whole set because I really like this. Okay, so washi tape. Let's do this one really quick so I can put this away. I'm not 100% sure how many different washi tapes that Coco Daisy comes out with every single month, but there's at least one new one for every subscription that you get, because each one of these is a separate subscription. So I love that tile. It's just amazing. So she's probably got quite a few, and I believe that they now have a washi subscription, so you can just subscribe to the washi. But like I said, he got his anchor. His anchor got squished. I don't need any more. This is where you get all of your tabs. That's cool. And yeah, so as you're looking at this, and you've seen the other ones, you're not seeing probably too many doubles. Things that look similar, but they're not exactly the same. Like even this right here. See, like they're just not the same. It's just put together. You haven't seen him yet. There. So there's that. These are also thicker stickers. They'll go in the thicker sticker pile. I have 3 piles going here. No sticker, thicker sticker, thin sticker. And I have a tendency to store them that way. Then this time we get a stamp. This one says, I'm not going to use it right now, but I have been stamping in my journal ever since I got the chalk ink. I'm so tired today. We took the baby to the park and she ran us ragged. June, a time for golden hours, endless laughter, and the heart full of summer. A heart full of summer. So that's really cute. So there's one little stamp in there. But I got the chalk ink. I bought it off Amazon, and I've been using it in my planner with like background stuff and some overlays, and it's really fun. This is just not, nope, it's a sticky pad. So instead of a sticky notes, this is a whole sticky pad, and it's about right here. You got your journaling prompts. This side is fantastic, and then you flip it over and you have all of your prompts for June. Super pretty. Then you have 2 more rub-on stickers. Fantastic. Love them. There's 2 more of them. And then you have, let me get out this guy, a map. This is vellum. It's a much thinner vellum than the other one, though. It feels a little bit thinner. So this particular subscription comes with specialty papers, which is not something you see in any of the other subscriptions. So it's really nice to have the specialty paper. So there's a map. Then this is like a really beautiful orange, and you can see the fibers in it. So these are like handmade papers, which are really pretty. So something like this I would tear and put as like a layering element in the background of something. I think that would look fantastic. To give you an idea. Like you can see that maybe if you wanted to layer a little bit of like a ripped edge behind this guy right here and stick it on a page, oh, how pretty would that be? Just beautiful. There's that one. Then we have these, which on this side is artwork or this side is functional. So you can either use it like this, where you've got, this is a 1 through 28. So you've got 28 different lines to go here, or you could cover that up and use it for something else. You could use it for tracking, whatever you like. Then this one, same thing, but it has this side with the blue, and then this side is just a check. So either decorate this side or use this side. Then we have another set of the clear stickers. There, sorry, I know you're gonna get the ring light quite a bit. I can't help it. Then this one, ooh, look at that. And then you open it up, it's got that beautiful nautical, it just reminds me of like a sailboat. Every time I see this pattern, it reminds me of like the cushions on a sailboat. And then this one, so these are the double pages. And then this one is a yellow version of that terrazzo tile pattern. And then, ooh, look at that. Look at that. Oh, it's beautiful, beautiful. And then your last one is all of these, which you've got all in sticker form in one way or another. And then this side is the blue side of the tile. It's really pretty, really, 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 really pretty. She did a good job repurposing this, because if you can think of which month it was in that we got all the octopi and the because I know I actually used that one because I really liked it. Sophie stopped it, so I may not have any more left, which is why I didn't see it, but I know that we've had this recently, and I loved it, so not mad at all that it's back in all its glory. But if you can remember which one it is, then maybe it might make it a little bit easier for me to go back and look for it so that I can put it in my stash and use it. Okay, so these are your vellum stickers. So you've got all of your days of the week and some numbers. And remember, in order to write on these stickers, you need a pen like this one. This one will work. You've got a uni pin pen. This is oil-based ink marker pen. This works on these. These work on these, the Pentel pen, permanent ink, these work. So don't try to write on these with your, obviously not your fountain pens, definitely not with gel ink of any kind. You could probably use a regular pen, like a regular ballpoint pen would work. This is a full page sticker, so you can either use it as a background piece or you can cut it. You can do whatever you like with that. There's usually 2 of them. Yep, here's the other one. Ooh, that's pretty. I like that. I am like a huge, upside down, I'm a huge fan of this red, blue, and yellow. Just absolutely love it. I love it, love it, love it. Okay, this one, these are all stickers at the top and then some washi strips at the bottom. And your alpha set, which is this real pretty baby blue. So I think we have 2 alpha sets this time, the smaller one and then this one, which is a bigger one. And then this one again with stickers and washi strips at the bottom. So that is everything that came in my last giant Cocoa Daisy box. This is going to get much, much smaller, which makes this part of the haul much, much quicker, but it's also going to make it a lot more functional for me, and where I will actually be able to utilize the stuff a lot more and have a lot more fun with it, and not just have boxes and boxes and boxes of extra leftovers all the time, because I just don't have enough places to put all of this. As much as I would love to have 20 planners, I don't have time to write in 20 planners, so yeah, I don't have them. So anyway, it's just fantastic. I love all this stuff, just can't use it all. So yep, I'm going to be a responsible adult and I'm cutting it down to just the last one that you saw. So anyway, stay tuned. I've got some more stuff coming and I will be back in a minute with some more.